Semper ubi sub. Solid populace, ego geek beastus s. Sorry, I was still speaking in contations. Hey guys, glad you're here. I've got 2 pieces of great news. The first is I finally killed Connor Artiste after he bankrupted me. The second is, I think I found a way to get my old job back and get out of bankruptcy. You see, I was looking through my old Best Buy employee handbook when I flipped into the loophole section. I read there that my baby just had to be alive after the time of the meeting. Which means, it doesn't matter that it's dead now. As long as I bring it back to life and present it, I'll be golden. They'll have to give me my job back. So I borrowed my mom's candles, printed a pentagram off of Google Images, and read how to resurrect someone on WikiHow. I just need to finish the incantation, and he'll be brought back to life. I knew my 2 years of high school Latin weren't a mistake. Now I feel excuse me. Semper ubi sub ubi! Huh. I think I did something wrong. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, did I not tell you guys? I can teleport now, and change clothes while I do it. Locker rooms are a thing of the past. But I still wonder what I did wrong here. You didn't do anything wrong except kill me, you idiot. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Wait a second, my beautiful flower baby never spoke. That's because I'm not your flower baby. It's me, Connor Artiste. Huh, so I guess I really did do something wrong. How did you end up here? After you killed me, I was rejected from both heaven and hell, so I just kinda had to exist. But then I saw you trying to resurrect someone, so I took my chance and flew my soul in here. Now getting back in my original body, chop chop. Might not have been attractive, but at least my body had limbs. Yeah, no, I need you to get my old job back, so you're gonna stay in here for a while. Now here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get me back in my original body right now.
Well, I'm
and
not
if you
sticking
don't,
to that
then
one,
I am
but I
going
have
to
to.
murder you. Hey, what are you doing with that tape? Well, glad that's taken care of. Now he's about as helpless as an infant. Which reminds me. After that disaster of my mom helping me, I asked my dad on tips on taking care of baby, and he sent me this document. Now I've scanned it top to bottom, and there are absolutely no hidden things. It's just my dad's honest advice on taking care of a baby. And with his help, I should be able to keep Connor alive until the end of the day, at the very least. Let's see what we got here. Number 1. Put tape over baby's mouth so you can't hear it. I mean, come on, Dad, obviously. Number 2. Play all of Fire Emblem 3 Houses DLC with the baby. Did all the Fire Emblem 3 Houses DLC come out? Wow, I stopped caring about that game a long time ago. Well, I guess let's see what all the hubbub is about. Fire Emblem 3 Houses released last summer and was the second best-selling Fire Emblem game of all time. As long as you don't count Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Am I right, guys? Because there's so many Fire Emblem characters in there. But really, this is no joke. This is my second look at Fire Emblem after playing Awakening for roughly 7 seconds and then ditching it because there was no way I was going to play that game on my tiny 3DS screen. And I loved it. This was also a lot of other people's first Fire Emblem experience. I have a friend who bought it just because he saw how hyped me and another friend were, and although he's yet to play it, I bet he would say, it's okay, which would be high praise from him. But I've already talked 3 Houses in another video, so I'm just going to talk about the DLC, which was released in 4 different waves. Now if you watched the aforementioned video, you already know about the Season Pass, so let's talk about this game one wave at a time. Wave 1. Not really much of a wave, more like what's left of the wave that wets the sand before receding back into the ocean. Byleth gets an Officer's Academy outfit. You can choose to have it with a cape or without. For whatever reason, only the male version got a hat, and the female version had to wear a tight skirt. And that's all the first wave had to offer. Wave 2 had a lot more stuff, but nothing I was dying for. They had auxiliary battles, which were just battles that were a little bit tougher for a better reward with different music. Some stat boosted items that you can get immediately after you start exploring that make the game even easier. For me, I never really used stat boosted items until the very end of the game, or from cleaning out my inventory. But there was one that I used immediately, the item that gives you extra movement. So many times I've needed one more step, and now I finally get it thanks to the Sacred Gale Wind shoes. They also give you the option to get Byleth glasses, and I'm finally getting the representation I deserve, and the ability to turn your team of ruthless battle-hardened warriors into a basketball team. Go Wildcats? This is also the time they started adding in free DLC, which is stuff that I feel should have been in the game from the beginning, but was probably cut and then re-added to lure people back in and try to sell them the season pass again. Or maybe I'm just being cynical. They added bonus renown for starting a new game plus, allowed players to view any goddess tower scene they previously unlocked in the events tab, and most importantly added maddening mode to make the game even more difficult. I never touched it because I'm a casual loser. Wave 3 is when things finally started getting good. Something that always bothered me about the monastery is the sauna. It exists, and beyond that you only ever need to go there to fetch something for Anna. And I think that's it. But now you can actually go into the sauna with your recruits, and I of course went in with Dorothea immediately. And no, I'm not upset that they're wearing special sauna clothes instead of towels. I mean, not totally upset anyway. But it has a function other than just being fan service. If you manage to play the minigame correctly, Byleth and whoever goes in with them can get a +2 or +4 bonus to training for the rest of the month. I mean, that's pretty good early game, but late game is kind of pathetic. But hey, I'm just happy that the sauna is no longer just a set piece. The other pieces of the update are the ability to unlock Anna as a playable fighter by doing a quest for her. She's okay. I used her for the novelty, but I wouldn't again. Also, there's no support conversations for her, so there's really no point in using her when you could just use Shamir or Petra instead. There are some new quests that are denoted by being light blue, some new battalions of maids and butlers, and weirdly, a ton of new outfits of summer attire, servant wear, and evening wear for every playable character. I don't know what to think about this. If I had a list of wishes for 3 houses, this probably definitely wouldn't be on it. But yay, I guess? Byleth was also given the ability to raid Sophie's closet, because that's what the fans were clamoring for. A reminder of that weird little girl and wearing her clothes that are several sizes too small. But more important than all of that is the ability to feed the cats and dogs, and sometimes they'll have something for you in return. Best update ever! And on the free side of things, they gave the ability to use monastery outfits in battle, which I immediately did, and being able to recruit Zeritza in the Crimson Flowers path. Zeritza was actually pretty cool in the story, especially in his parallel story with Mercedes. And you get 20 more save slots, and holy cow, who needs that many? I thought 5 was excessive for a game like this. Finally, Wave 4, the most meaty of all the waves. A whole new story that is non-canon based on the ending. I think. Maybe it's an alternate reality where Edelgard didn't ruin everyone's life. There are some minor spoilers that are about to come up, but really, they're all very predictable. It starts with a story that there were 4 other crest bearers that failed to resurrect Sothis with Saros many years ago, and fled all over Fodlan in shame, until history forgot them. Through happenstance, their descendants all ended up in the secret city under the monastery known as Abyss. Claude happened to notice a shady guide entering Abyss and called for Byleth, Dimitri, and the Life Ruiner to investigate. And honestly, I like it. I like seeing the house leaders interacting. We didn't get nearly enough of this originally. But anyway, you get 3 more units. Hilda? Cool, she's useful. Lenthart? I guess I can use him. And Ash. Really, of all units, they give me Ash. He's not even good in the normal game. I paired him and it up so they could have worthless blue-eyed babies together in my first playthrough. I started playing on Classic and Hard, and boy was that a mistake. I immediately regretted it and restarted on Normal and Casual, and I still barely scrape by in every battle. It was almost always down to Byleth, Hilda, and the girl who would sacrifice others to achieve her goals. But it was fun. I won't spoil the story, but you get to meet 4 new characters: Yori, Happy, Constance, and Balthus. They all have some story about how they ended up in Abyss, and it's a good time. I still wish I could have picked who came with me, but in the end, they all did serve a purpose. Even Ash proved to be a very nice sacrifice. But by starting the side story, you're given access to Abyss and all 4 Abyssian soldiers almost immediately in the main game. You don't even have to do anything special to recruit them. They're down immediately, and then they behave like regular students. They have their own support conversations, their own paralog battles, their own once and tea times. The only different thing about them is that they aspire to new different classes unlocked in the Abyss chapter. Speaking of Abyss, unlocked through Renown is 5 different features. The first is the Pagan Altar, where you can spend Renown for items and sell items for Renown. Story-wise, it's a place for people who don't worship Sothis to pray. Second is some washed-up teacher who was fired. He can tell you the growth of your student. I talked to him once for a quest and forgot his very existence. Third up is the Scrap Heap, where you can find broken items that you can use if you're somehow too poor to afford items. Fourth is the Wayseer, who is actually useful. You can spend Renown to force people to like each other rather than just making them eat meals together every time you have a day off. I really like this place, because it's actually useful. I just wish I could spend all of my Renown at once to max it out instead of spending 500 to get an increment each time. Makes it harder to budget. Or it would if I wasn't swimming in Renown too. And finally you unlock some forbidden books. I read one, got bored and ignored the rest. Let me be clear. I love reading. I read a lot in my youth. I still occasionally do. I don't like reading by having a small text box in the middle of my TV. But hey, once it's unlocked for every playthrough, so whatever. Hana gets a new costume called Tricky Merchant, whoop-de-freaking-do. But more importantly, the cats and dogs now have breed names that you can see when you feed them. And for non-DLC players, Byleth can now use the Dancer Ensemble since they can't unlock the Dancer class. Bernadetta got a new support partner, and Rhea starts losing items and you can have tea with her. I'm pretty sure it's a quest actually. And of course, in every wave there have been a variety of bug fixes and occasionally a quality of life update. And that's all of the 3 Houses DLC, and me and Connor had a great time. Isn't that right, Connor? Even with all that DLC, I've still got some time to kill before my meeting, so let's see what else my dad said to do. Number 3. Kick the baby like a football. I feel like that's remarkably similar to what my mom had me do. What do you think, Connor? You're right, my dad knows what he's doing. I'm just gonna take your glasses so these don't get damaged. Oh. Did you never have eyes, or is this just a flower baby thing? So in all honesty, it's possible I've never kicked a football before, so we're just gonna hope for the best. You ready, Connor? 42, hike, hike! Oh no. Oh my god! Speak to me! Yeah, he's dead. I don't know what I could have done wrong. I did everything my dad told me to do. Maybe I missed a step? I better figure it out soon before the police get here. No, everything here is fine. Oh, wait. I forgot, my dad's just a horrible caretaker. I'm still gonna go to the meeting. I'll just take Connor's dead eyes with his glasses, and maybe they won't notice. I mean, what are they gonna do? Ban me from the premises? Wish me luck. I was banned from the premises.